Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Bros, Brews, and Game Reviews. I'm JD. With me today, we got Drew, we got Connor, we got Paul, and special guest Bryce with us. This is going to be kind of the new show, technically, that we're going to try to start. All of us picked our top 5 games of all time, and each week, or every other week, we're just going to do the number 5 game on our list, and we'll just kind of work through that week by week, and kind of something to bring to our fans, give you more of a constant release every week instead of having to wait, because I know everybody's itching to hear us.
So this will be the episode that's in between our 2 main episodes. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And we're doing our top 5 today.
Top 5.
And we're missing one of the original bros, Daniel, still.
Yeah. I think when we do get him on, we'll just maybe have his top 5 be an episode or something like that.
Yeah.
But
or at least catch up. I mean, if we're on our number 3, he'll do his 4 and 5 and 3.
We'll
I think that'd work.
Yeah. I think we'll just kind of kick it off. I know we kind of talked about my number 5 in episode 1, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild's your number 5?
Number 5.
How many Zelda games are on your top 5?
2.
Mine is 2 as well.
I couldn't help it, man. If I had my choice, there'd have probably been 3, but I didn't want to just talk about Zelda and all the top 5.
So what makes it your number 5 out of your top 5?
I think it'll kind of be hashing on the similar stuff that we did in episode 1, but growing up playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and all the games leading up to Breath of the Wild, the thought of being able to play a big game like that in the car or in the plane, I think that added a lot to it being on the Switch. Being able to take that to go anywhere you wanted to go was a huge reason that it was a pretty high up on my list. On top of all that, how incredible they made that game. The combat felt new it's very similar to all the other Zelda games, but it felt so new and fresh compared to the rest of them. The look of it, the different little nuances of how the environment factored into the strategy you had to go into, the combat, or excuse me, not the combat, the elements being deadly at some cases. I don't know. The time and love that they put into that game really shows, and still shows, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And that game has a level of complexity too. Like, remember when we were talking about you had to pull all of your metal gear off, like during a rainstorm, because you'll get hit by lightning. Like, yeah, that's kind of a simple concept, but to implement it into a game like that as well as they did, and it's not just that, they just did a pretty good job of having real complex environmental things like that implemented in the game. And the nice thing too is that game is definitely oriented towards old Zelda fans.
Yeah.
But it also plays very well to someone who's never played Zelda before.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was the one thing with how big they made the world. Still going and finding, I think they called it like Hitano Village was like kind of the new one. But then you'd find Kakariko Village still. And it was just like, oh man, like it's all still here. It's all still like just those callbacks and stuff. Like obviously those have always kind of been in most of the games, but the world of Hyrule in that game was just so much bigger than you ever imagined any of the other games, and all the little nooks and crannies, and there's always little callbacks and stuff to the older games. It was just kind of homage to like you say, the older Zelda fans. But yeah, it looks like it came out March 3rd, 2017. So 60 years ago. Which, ready for the Switch too.
Oh yeah.
And Breath of the Wild too. Here. So. Yeah, I'd like to say I don't there's not a whole lot to add to that game that hasn't been said. I don't know. I can't get over it. I've replayed it a couple times.
One thing I like is so they explored, that's the first time they kind of explored truly explored the whole open world thing.
Yeah.
And I really don't feel like they took away from that typical Zelda feel in a game. Your main focus is still basically saving the princess, saving Zelda.
Yeah.
That's always been the main thing in those games. And I don't think they detract from it at all.
No, I don't think so either. In fact, I would say that the open world actually helped it.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Like you say, it's always been kind of a mysterious world. Hyrule has been like, there's always something new to discover, like different powers or different items in each game. And it was no different in this, but it was environmental stuff that you were finding, like just hidden things all over the place. But I am curious how far you've gotten in it, Paul.
I'm probably about where I was when we first talked about it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I said I was about 5 or 6 hours into it.
Well, since Lightfall sucks, we found out last episode, maybe you can dip some more time in.
It's possible. We'll see. We'll see. I still got to dig into the seasonal stuff, but we'll see.
I don't think you can pull Paul away from Destiny.
No, you can't. We tried
with a pry bar. Nope.
And I mean, if you do, I'm kind of screwed because that's who I started playing with all the time now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I think we touched on it pretty heavily in that first episode and had a lot of good things to say about it. Definitely excited for the second one to come out and see what new stuff they can add to it, because that's always the sense of discovery that they have in Zelda games is always extremely well done. So I'm really curious to see what they do.
Well, do you remember how like jacked you were when you were playing Ocarina and you opened up your first chest?
Yeah, like the sound.
Oh man,
it might still be my ringtone. I don't ever have my ring on, but that was always the text message thing for me. Like, yeah, it's been tweaked a little bit from game to game, but it's still the same.
Yeah, it still gives you that satisfaction. And I almost think that Breath of the Wild, so if you're someone that's never played it, I think you'll still have or played any Zelda game, I think you'll still have an amazing experience. Yeah. It does pay homage to the older games, but that's not the center focus of the game.
Right. Yeah, like I said, we don't have to go too far into that. But I think moving on, we'll let Drew take the wheel here.
Before we move on, I just wanted to say, I remember when we were doing episode 1 and you guys were talking about, just like you mentioned, Paul, where you have to take your metal armor off in the lightning storm. I had no idea that there were games out there that were that intricate where, I think you guys even mentioned something about like the shoes for climbing hills.
You get a stamina bar and that kind of dictates how high you can climb up.
Yeah.
And if it's raining, the surface is obviously going to be slick. So you'll get a couple steps up and then Link will slide down and you got to retrace your steps. So you can get climbing gear, which kind of negates that.
Yeah. I always thought, well, when you guys mentioned that on episode 1, it was crazy that there were games like that out there. Cause when I was playing some of the games, there's rain, but like, especially in Call of Duty, like you don't slip or you don't slide further if it's raining. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a lot of cool stuff like that with just like I say, the elements and even having to have a warm coat to go into the snowy areas, or if you have that warm coat on in the hot areas, or you have to have I don't remember what that armor is, but it protects you from the heat for the hot areas. Like it actually has like a thermometer gauge on the screen and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of intricacies into that game. So yeah.
What do you got for us, Drew?
All right, so I'm going to take it back a little bit to 1997, April 27th of 1997.
Good year.
84 years.
It's been 84 years.
Nintendo 64, Starfox 64.
Hell yeah.
It was released as a 3D rail shooter game, and I wanted to look up the date that it was released, and so I'm in the Wikipedia page, and I didn't know this, but since its release in 1997, the game has sold over 4 million copies, making it the best-selling game in the series and the 9th best-selling game on that system. Which, I mean, there were some heavy hitters on that.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah.
So for it to be ranked that high, it was just such a fun game. I mean, you're flying in a ship in a team, and you're going through. You're trying to get checkpoints and gather coins and shoot things and fly around.
You could do a barrel roll a couple times.
A couple barrel rolls.
barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
You remember, and then you're trying to also get those lasers. You remember that like you would upgrade you would fly into that little thing that was floating and it'd give you because you start with green lasers.
Yeah.
Then you'd go to blue and then red.
I think it was red.
Yeah,
red were the best. Yeah, it was just such a fun game. In thinking about it now, when you go back and you play these old games like GoldenEye or Star Fox or some of the Nintendo 64 games that like I remember when I opened it on Christmas, and I mean, it was the best thing because it was 64 gigs, right? Isn't that why it was called?
It was not 64
It was
gigs.
not 64
Not
gigs.
64
It might have
gigs,
been
but
64 kilobits.
bits. Yeah. 64 bits of like graphics, right? And it was double what everything else was, you know? And so it was just like, oh my gosh, this was so real. I remember sitting in front of the tube TVs that was 24-inch that we thought we were, making the baller money with.
Yeah, it's shit.
And you had to sit with your nose touching it to be able to see, especially in the cross screen.
My parents still threw like rocks at me to change the channel because we didn't have a remote.
Turn the dial.
Click the wheel over.
But I mean, and then now you're playing these games, the Elden Ring or Titan Destiny. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say Titanfall.
Titanfall is a game.
But, and you compare it to what those were, they're not great, but so much fun.
Well, yeah, but at the time, that was groundbreaking to us.
Literally.
I think we've said that 9 million times on this podcast, but I can remember the first time going through the Lost Woods in Ocarina of Time, and I literally felt like I was in a forest.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And
it's just your imagination. I mean, I can just picture myself in Starfox's ship, just barrel rolling and getting the checkpoints and
like when your teammates or whatever would show up on the corner of the screen and they would talk, but it was just like their heads would. Yeah. It reminds me of the South Park of the way they do the Canadians.
I always loved Pepe.
Yeah.
Was it
Pepe.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, like in the most random times. Do a barrel roll.
Or when you get to the end of the map and it would just make you flip upside down and come back because they didn't want to make an infinite space.
So one of my favorite things from Starfox, it was, so you know how when you were doing the mission or the story, it would go planet to planet to planet. And there was a couple in the center. And then there was like the ones that you had to get. These were all secret. So one of the first secret ones you would do, it was like Independence Day. Do you remember that? The big saucer, and it was over the pyramid.
Yep.
I would play that mission, and I'd purposely fail just so I could play it again because I felt like I was flying with Will Smith. It was incredible.
Do a barrel roll, Will. I was trying to think of all the character names. There's Fox, Pepe, Slippy,
Falco.
Falco. That's right. I can't remember his name.
And I think was that the first game on 64 where you actually were in a 3-dimensional aircraft?
So it does say something about it was pretty groundbreaking for the 3D. It was also groundbreaking for their new Rumble pack. When they designed the Rumble pack, they actually designed it to work best with Starfox 64.
Oh.
For
those of you listening that don't know what a Rumble pack is, back in the day, controllers did not come stock with the little things that would make your controller vibrate. You had to buy them separately.
Yep.
I believe the first Starfox that was on the Super Nintendo was like the first 3D ship.
Okay.
I never played that one.
I never did either.
Yeah, I never owned a Super Nintendo. I had a Genesis, but it was pretty rough looking. I know that.
Real geometric shapes.
Yeah. Horribly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and
circles or squares.
Yeah.
Going back to the Starfox you're talking about, did you and Daniel, when you were kids, do PvP like versus each other?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never really got into a lot of spaceship games, but for some reason Starfox just rings in my head of just one of those games. I mean, there were so many hard things. I remember there's this one mission and you're flying over some ruins, and to get enough coins to get to one of the secret planets, you had to get so many coins. And to do that, you had to do a 180 flip. You'd have to go under some ruins and flip over to get the... But if you didn't time it like perfectly right, you would go above or below or to the left or the right of the coin.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a game where you were in a tank, like on the ground?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think there was a level that you were a tank. There was a level where you were a submarine.
Yep.
Man. Is there like a
Been a while since I
walker
played
too,
that.
maybe, or something like that?
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I can't remember the submarine. I do remember the tank one.
Yeah. Because the tank one was like close to the end.
I remember when I was a kid playing that game, I only got to the submarine level once, and I could never repeat it.
Yeah, the tank one was pretty fun.
Man, I must Was that a secret one?
Yeah, and it was really hard to get to, from what I
There
remember.
must have been.
I do remember as a kid, I never got to like the last. I think it was the last 2 secret planets.
And I remember like trying to get. Was the tank level part of the normal like mission route?
Yeah.
I think so, because I think it
Yeah.
was close to the end.
It was.
that final
That's
boss.
the one
Yeah.
where you're fighting like the train.
And you're shooting
Oh,
all the
yeah.
switches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can shoot the switches and make it run into the wall or something.
Yep.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
Bryce, you bringing up the submarine reminds me of like when you're a little kid and these new games would come out, you didn't have the internet and you'd hear the kid on the playground like, there's a submarine in Starfox. No, there's not. Like, he's like, no, my uncle works for Nintendo. There is. I'm like, no, he doesn't.
You know, and what's crazy is a lot of those rumors, like the Pokemon ones, like Pokemon Red, Blue. There's a Mew under the truck. Well, how did everyone know that before the internet? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
how did you even know there was a truck there?
The word of mouth spreads like that.
Well,
but-
and, yeah, we didn't have access to because I like those books. Those
Yeah, Game Informers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, not Game Informer.
Right.
The playthrough guide.
Oh yeah, the booklet that came with it.
Floating head.
No, these are the ones that were like real thick, and you had to usually go to
Oh,
GameStop
okay.
to buy it or
Yep.
something.
like the Prima
Those-
guide.
Yeah, they weren't really that accessible
Yeah.
when I was a
No.
kid. I had to like figure out how to beat Ganon. I had to
Yep.
figure out how to get past the Desert Temple in Ocarina of Time. Same thing with like finding Mew in Pokemon. I
Mhm.
never knew that was a thing till someone at the playground was like, "Did you know there's if you stand here at this bush and then you go into the cave and do this, this, and this, it'll make you fight
Well,
a
and
Mew."
what was crazy
Yeah.
about the Pokemon thing, it was a lie. There was just a truck out of bounds that you could somehow get to. And that was the rumor that, oh, there's a Mew underneath it, but there was nothing to do with the damn truck.
Yeah. This is the first time we're recording this episode, and I'm already really liking the nostalgia trip. We're 2 games in.
You know the sound from Starfox that rings in my ears the most? When you would, I can't remember if it was the B button, you'd press and hold B to charge and you'd shoot the bomb, and you only had like 4 of them.
Yep.
The noise it made when it blew up,
Yeah.
it was like, what's the word? It was like spatial. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like,
I don't really remember it.
it was more, I don't know. I can still hear it in my,
Yeah.
it sounded cool.
Yeah. That's another crazy thing, like the audio on old games like that. Nintendo 64, not quite as much, but you go to like the Super Nintendo and the way they would do car games or like the Mario Kart games and the sounds were so terrible, but in your head, it was like a real car. Or,
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know. They were really good at what they did. Like, you know, nowadays it's like, yeah, I just have a car recording and I play
Yeah.
that. But
Well, and I would argue that's why those games were much more, I guess, emotionally connected to
Yeah,
people because
yeah.
it forced your imagination to kind of fill in that gap.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas games today, it gives it all to you.
Yeah.
Audio, visual,
Well,
you know.
like I think that's one of the, not to keep rehashing Elden Ring, but like the story in that game like isn't force fed you. Like you have to find it and you have to like actually care about the things you're going into. Like I guess I didn't bring it up last episode, but and I'm not going to spoil it because, well, spoiler, that game's on my top 5 list and I'll talk about it then. But something just happened to that game that I've never like full blown cried in a video game. I've gotten choked up from time to time, but what just happened in that game, like, holy shit, man, like investing that much time and effort into learning about these characters that I was going and doing the side quest for and what ends up happening in it. Like it was gut wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard, but yeah, Starfox.
Starfox. So that's my number
Didn't
5.
know we would connect the dots there, but Connor?
Yeah, so I'm not going to go back as far as Drew did there. I'm going to go back to 2005.
Nobody can go back as old as it.
Nah, probably not. Yeah, playing Atari and Pong. That's probably in his top 5.
Pong is on my top 5.
But Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one from 2005, that was a game I still go back to today. I was playing it the other week on my Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a game that I fell in love with as a kid and have played across multiple systems.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, we played that when we were
Yeah.
online.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, didn't they bring online to the Steam version that the classic that they released, or
That I'm not sure. I've never
No?
actually tried it. I always just jump into like the campaign again or
Yeah,
instant
yeah.
actions. But even the campaign on that was amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you haven't played it, it's Temuera Morrison, the guy who actually is Boba Fett and Jango Fett. he came back and voiced all the clone characters for that.
Oh, right on.
Yep. And so you're following a trooper in the 501st Legion, which was Anakin Skywalker's, own Legion. And then eventually they become Vader's Fist, which is like, that's the one that stormed the Jedi Temple. They killed all the Jedi. And so you're playing through that entire storyline from the point of view of a clone trooper.
Yeah, just how good that game felt back then, and like you say, still feels
absolutely.
That says a lot.
Yep.
Games from back then, not that was that long ago, but they just don't age well.
Yep. And that's one that has definitely aged well. Like the modding community, they have done a ton with that game. They've created entire new campaigns, all based on legends, for like a lot of the Star Wars books and the non-canon stuff now.
Well, and I think that Squad mod on the game Squad, they were trying to make.
Yeah, they were trying to make it similar to that Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think they were trying to orient it towards people that were fans of that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Not as good, obviously, but
It came close. I think.
it was pretty. It was pretty cool though.
Well, I mean, even just the hype those older games brought to when they or not really redid, but the new Battlefront games, like obviously,
Yeah, EA kind of dropped the ball there. Yeah.
But the hype that was built up for those games, like it was should have been an easy win for EA, but
Yep. All they had to do was update the graphics. That's all we needed.
pretty much.
Yep.
It does have online PvP through Steam.
Oh, shit.
So-
I might be going home and doing that.
Yeah, I might also buy this game.
Yeah.
What is it? $10? Yeah, it'll be on sale.
I'll buy it for you. But yeah,
Like even just clicking through these pictures, like,
it doesn't look bad.
no, it really doesn't.
Yep.
Impressive. But
Yeah, I was trying to get it going on my Steam Deck, and it's not at all supported on the Steam Deck. So you have to go through and manually recreate the controls in the game.
oh,
And you're combining like controller controls,
Yeah.
computer controls, all trying to bind it to your Steam Deck, which is similar to a Switch. So it was a pain in the ass, but it was super fun once I got
I
it.
say it had to have been worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the vehicle combat
Oh,
in that game.
Yeah. The space combat was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was what they added in between Battlefront 1 and 2 is they added
Yeah.
space combat.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that was one of the first games too, online PvP, where I would genuinely have a heart attack when like you were a stormtrooper or whatever you were playing as, and one of the Sith or Jedi.
Oh yeah, you walk around the
appeared,
corner
Oh,
and
God.
there's
and there's a player
Yep.
as Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader or whoever, and it like genuinely gave me a heart attack because it was like I'm probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know if you played any of the new ones, but it wasn't near as good. Like that feeling that you say, or like you said, but
Yeah. The campaign they came out with in Battlefront 2, the new one,
Yeah,
was
it was
all
all
right.
right.
Wasn't
Yeah.
great, but definitely was not anything it should have been.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Or could have been.
Either or.
Well, Bryce, I'm pretty excited for you to bring this one up.
I'm going to go farther back than Drew
Oh boy.
by 2 years. March 11th, 1995, Chrono Trigger released on the Super Nintendo system. It's a RPG game made by the same people who made Final Fantasy. I don't remember how old I was when I played it, but it's the first part of the game, you're kind of going through learning how to play and stuff, and you have like these choices. Like you bump into a girl and you can talk to her first or pick up her pendant, and the game remembers what you do. And I don't want to give too many spoilers, but at some point you go to trial because
I don't think you can spoil it at this point.
okay, yeah,
95, so
95.
that's
28 years ago.
Yeah.
But basically, the kingdom that you're in accused you of kidnapping the princess, what you didn't do, and you go to trial, and it brings forth all these people that saw your actions of what you did. It was just really cool, being 10-year-old kid seeing a game do that kind of stuff.
So it was very like a choice heavy game, like a choice matter kind of game.
Yes and no. It does that in the beginning, and then later through the game, you can go and fight the final boss at different stages of the game, and it was the first game that I ever played that had multiple endings.
Oh, okay. So you could have a different outcome.
Yeah, so like when you first fire up the game, if you already beat it once, you can go through and just go right to the boss by yourself without a party. And then there's so many different checkpoints that once you get to the ending will change
Okay.
throughout it. And it's all turn-based. There's no it's all from an overworld. There's no separate screen for the fights.
What kind of era is that game? Because I've never even
It's
heard
about
about it.
it's
till
about
today.
time travel. So the era that you're in is not super modern, but you have
Like Victorian maybe, or maybe
No.
later.
I'd say late 1800s is where the game starts taking place. And then, there's prehistoric, there's one after the prehistoric where like all these floating islands are and people have magic and stuff. And then it goes to like a medieval age with knights and fighting monsters and stuff. Then it goes to the timeline you start in. And then there's 2 more after that. There is because the world essentially ends in 1999, basically. And the creature comes out that you're trying to stop and destroys the world. And then there's a post-apocalypse one, which is pretty cool because it's all like robots. And so it covers everything from dinosaurs to robots. And
man, I'm surprised I've never heard about that. And it was on the NES?
Yeah.
It's on the Super NES, right?
Yeah. And you can get it on your phone. I just saw you can get it on
That's
Steam.
what I was just
Steam
looking
for
at.
$14.
Yeah. It's only $10 on your phone. I might
just buy it real quick.
I might as well.
I never once have heard of that game till today.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool.
Have you played I'm assuming it's a sequel, like Paul said, I don't know much about these games either, but like Chrono Cross?
So it is a sequel, but story-wise, it doesn't make any damn sense going from one to the other.
Okay.
It's like the same idea, and like they touch on some characters from it, but like it doesn't like touch.
Doesn't really intertwine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't intertwine until like you get to like the post game, and then they explain like what they're trying to do and how like the events of the first game affected the second game.
Oh, okay. Might be a little too late kind of deal, but
as a standalone game, the second game's pretty cool. But
yeah,
Chrono Trigger is, like I said, I play that probably yearly and beat it.
Is this right here what I'm showing you? Is this from the original one?
Yep, and I'm pretty sure the people who originally drew Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z did the artwork for it.
I was gonna say that, but I was also gonna say for this being on the NES, this looks really good.
It does, yeah.
Honestly, I think for a game that came out in '95, this has aged very well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Having it on your phone, I think, is really smart with the turn-based combat stuff. Like something you can just kind of pick up, do real quick. But do you think, Bryce, that would kind of hurt the story aspect of it? Like, is it something you should kind of sit down and sink some time into, or can you do it in kind of bite-sized chunks like that?
You can do it in bite-sized chunks, definitely. But on the phone version, they have an updated, like it's like a harder mode where it's not so much turn-based. You have a gauge that fills, and when that gauge fills, then you get an attack.
Okay.
And so do your opponents. So you can't just like start a fight and just set it down and walk away from it. You have to sit there and like pay attention.
Okay.
And some of the boss fights, like, when I played it the first time, were intense. By the time I beat it, I was running around the house ecstatic that I finally beat something,
I just bought it.
On your phone?
Oh, yeah. It's happening.
Surprise, Nikhil. He just bought it.
Surprise.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna dabble into that one as well.
I mean, for $10 on your phone,
Yeah, that's well worth it.
Yeah, it was $9.99 for Android on the Play Store.
Use your Play Store bucks.
No, because I put those into Clash of Clans.
Gotcha.
Your mom would be proud.
My mom is proud of me. Thank you.
Well, hopefully this doesn't suck you away from that, because she might disown you.
No, never. Not when I'm playing Destiny. She's proud of me.
That's sweet. I'm excited to dabble into that one.
I like that it's on your phone too, because that's just, it's such a convenience thing.
Yeah.
You
should try a Steam Deck.
I have one. It's called a Switch.
I'm about to disown you.
So I guess that's a wrap then, guys. I won't.
All right. Well, that was a Chrono Trigger from Bryce. Mitchell, you want to?
Mine's probably the more recent.
Yeah.
September 14th, 2010, Halo Reach drops. And Halo, I've been a Halo fan since CE. And I loved the story. I loved the relationship between, Chief and Cortana. And I even read, I think, 2 of the books. I can't remember which books they were.
Follow Reach, probably.
I read
and
that.
The Flood.
The Flood. Yep. Those are the 2 I think I read. So I've loved the Halo story for a long time, but Halo Reach, it kind of gives you like a precursor feeling, because it shows, and it does a damn good job of showing like the sacrifice that basically the entire planet of Reach had to make to ensure that Master Chief got off of the planet. And it really does a good job of showing how outnumbered and just screwed the people on Reach were when the Covenant showed up. It is probably the second game I ever cried to.
Yeah, that one's got a lot of tear jerkers in it.
Yep. And I went into it kind of knowing that whoever you were playing as or whatever people you were playing with, I knew they were going to die because I had read the Follow Reach book. But man, the way they just get you invested in the characters.
Well, the Follow Reach book, I don't think is the same characters.
No, but it's, you know, that Reach
Well, I mean,
falls.
yeah, you know, everybody's supposed to die.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, that's what I meant. Like, I know, you know that it's not a great outcome.
Yeah.
For the UNSC.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the first time, I think Cat dies first.
No, I think George dies first.
Oh yeah. George does die first. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah. So that first time you see one of them die, like the first time you ever see a Spartan die.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. It is it shakes you like, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they give there's little things they put in there too that make it even a little more sad. Like when George goes to throw you off the spaceship.
Yep.
He rips his tags off and forces you to hold them as he throws you off. It's like, you wouldn't really think about it, but that's a big deal.
Yep.
Like,
and you think you're winning. Like this, you do this, you're done. Like,
Yeah.
You've beaten the Covenant. And
well, because that's always kind of like the progression in Halo. Yep. You complete this mission and now you have a foothold on the Covenant or the Flood or whoever. This is the first time where you're as you're succeeding, you're actually losing.
Right.
Yeah. Guys, remember that cutscene where you look up, the ship blows up with George on it, and you're like, all right, we did it. And then hundreds of Covenant ships jump in.
Yeah.
Their flagship
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just realize, oh, we're gonna lose.
Yep.
So it's been a long time since I played Reach, but there is a mission in there where you are controlling a ship, isn't there?
Yep. Yeah, there is a space fight scene where you're fighting. You're not in the Pelican.
No, it's a longsword, I think.
Longsword.
Or no, it's actually like an experimental aircraft.
Okay.
So not a longsword, but something similar.
Yeah.
That's about all that I remember. And that in the last mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. That last mission, everybody that got there, that one left a mark on you.
Yeah.
Just survive.
Yeah.
Objective survive.
Honestly, the saddest, the most, I think, impactful one for me was Emil. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy's been like one of my favorite Spartans. Well, he is my favorite Spartan.
Yeah.
For those listening in, he just pointed to a tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, I have a tattoo of Emil. So I didn't know this until I think maybe a year or so after Halo Reach, but his skull on his mask is actually engravings from his knife for every time he's got a Covenant kill. So it literally, the entirety of the skull is just little marks that he made on his helmet. So there's like thousands of them. Yeah, he's just a warrior like through and through. And when he dies, the last thing he says is, "I'm ready. How about you?" And it's right after an elite shoves an energy sword through his chest. And after he pulls it out, he's still ready to just keep going and fighting. It's probably one of the more emotional scenes in that game.
For the listeners, a tear just rolled down Paul's face.
Crying. No,
You're crying.
That game, I think, was very well done. And I think it kind of changed the way people looked at Halo because shut up, Drew. You never even played Halo.
Can't even spell Halo.
Yeah.
That was the only midnight release I've ever gone to, was Halo Reach, the launch party.
Oh, really?
Yep. I don't know if you remember back in high school, I made a actual suit of armor for a friend of mine. Yep. So it was made out of a kind of Bondo fiberglass and a program called Pepe, which you just fold paper like origami almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We went to the launch party all dressed up in Halo suits.
Yeah,
Nice.
with that same program or process, you made me that
the Army of Two mask.
Army of Two mask. Yep.
Good time.
That was a good time.
Midnight releases, man. I haven't thought about one of those for a while.
I think the last one I went to was Halo 4.
I think the only one I ever went to was Fallout 3 New Vegas.
Oh man,
I love that game.
Such a good game.
In my top 10, not my fucking top 5.
Yeah, I really liked that game. I've never played a game that had an ending like that either.
No, like I said, that left a mark on everybody that played that game, that even cared even a little bit about it. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Bryce said, it just tells you survive.
Yeah.
There's no marker, go here. It's
Yep.
literally hold out for as long as possible.
And it just progressively gets harder and harder so that no matter what, you have to, spoiler, you have to die.
Yeah. It was good.
I don't think there's many games where you're supposed to lose at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Zombies.
No.
But that's not a game.
Well,
That's-
I mean,
I'm talking about campaign,
yeah.
like story.
yeah,
Mhm.
Or was that Spec Ops: The Line? I don't know if you guys played that one.
that game's really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
was
story
it?
in that one. Spec Ops: The Line. Original Xbox or 360?
I think it's 360. If I
Yeah.
remember. I played it on. Did I play it on PC? I don't remember now.
Yeah,
don't think
basically,
you can-
you're just some special forces group, and I think you're like trying to stop like a nuclear or a chemical kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, as you're doing that, you're the one that causes it to actually go off.
Oh.
And then you have to walk through the city after it's gone off, seeing civilians that you just killed.
Like,
wow.
it
That's
makes
twisted.
you disgusted with yourself.
Yeah.
Like Connor said, you're responsible for that. And while you're walking through, it's like bodies of like couples like hugging each other and moms holding their children.
Man.
Yeah, it fucking punches you right
I'm
in the
gonna have to look
gut.
that up.
It's really good. It was, and the gameplay of that game was really, really, really good as well. It's a third person shooter, but like kind of a cover based mechanic, like
Full
Gears of-
Spectrum Warrior.
a little bit, not like, I mean, that's obviously like kind of futuristic. Or no, I'm thinking of Advanced Warfighter. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Gears of War style cover
Okay,
to cover. Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, that game was phenomenal.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite scenes from Reach is when Carter crashes the Pelican
Yep.
into the Scarab.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember exactly what he says, but he says Noble One.
He just ends it like Noble One out or something.
No, I think he says Carter signing.
Or signing
Noble,
off.
Noble
maybe?
One, you got it. Noble One, it's yours now. Carter, you got, or I can't remember what he says, but
And now on Reach, you played as Noble 6.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. It was the squad.
Well, Noble Team was a squad, and then Noble 6 was
Or
your
yeah, it
character.
was your guy. Yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
character
that's right.
that didn't talk.
because there's Emil, Carter, Noble Six, Kat,
June.
June, and June is technically the only survivor.
Yeah, he's the only one that lived. Yep.
because he went on to train the Spartan.
Breeze.
Was it the
Wait,
three?
no.
I think it was
Spartan
two.
Force.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that,
he
it was-
he recruited Buck
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
because he was a Spartan 3. Yeah.
That's right.
I guess I only remember the one Spartan that had like the half robot arm.
Oh, Cat.
Cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
She
the
gets
only one that I
shot
remember.
by the sniper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I
Yeah.
really remember.
So I don't know if you know this, but the person that shot her is actually a elite field marshal. That's the same one that Emil kill or you kill at the end as Noble 6.
Oh, really?
Really?
And that entire game, that guy is the one hunting you. So if right at the very beginning of the game, when you're with June and the whole team, and you find that one little girl, the elite that jumps in right there and then runs away. That's
Oh
him.
yeah.
Oh,
That
I guess
was
I didn't know that.
that was
Yep.
one of the coolest opening scenes to a fight scene.
Yep.
When he like is on top of you,
Oh yeah.
and then the
He's trying to
music,
fucking-
the
yep.
music cues in. It's that real like fast paced electro.
Yep. Oh yeah. But if you play it again, just keep an eye out. You'll see that guy in almost every encounter. He's just constantly following you.
I thought it was a. What are the shield guys? The little
Jackals?
jackals. I thought it was a jackal that
No,
shot her from a.
You see
Phantom.
him behind the jackal.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Top 5 and you didn't know it.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
Jeez.
Yeah, never mind. It's not my top 5. Let
Fake fan.
me start over.
We're gonna
Just
restart
scratch
this
all that.
episode. Yep.
That was a dive. That was a dive back.
Yeah, so I think that's all we had for you. Like I said, these are just going to be kind of shorter filler episodes to fill in those off weeks. Our idea behind this was kind of bring up our top 5, get a little bit of a taste of the games that all of us grew up playing and continue to play, a background on the stuff that we like.
Kind of shaped us into the gamers that we are today.
Right.
Yeah. I think me personally setting up this top 5 is a hard mix of the nostalgia and what is actually a good game today. That
Yep.
yeah. My top 5 is like a top 10, kind of like JD, I think.
Oh man, I struggled so hard. Like I made 5 and then I was like, I'll just throw in a couple more and
Yep.
kind of like just look at it, maybe watch some videos to remind myself. And it ballooned into, I was at like 15 games and I was like, we gotta tone this down a little bit. Yeah. Like with me, not a lot of my games, most of them are like more current games if I did my top 10, there was a lot older ones, but like a lot of it to me wasn't even like, was the game good? Most of it was like how I felt or what I was doing or who I was playing that game with at the time. Like,
Yep.
I mean, Breath of the Wild and then one we'll do on the next episode are probably the two that were like just me playing them that I thought were like incredible games. Aside from that, it was all, the game was kind of like the side thing. Like a lot of it was like Drew, you said playing games with your brother, you know, it just made those memories that stick with you forever.
Just saying that. I got to put another game on my list.
Okay.
Me and my brother used to play a game a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we wanted to bring for you guys. So but I think that's it.
Yeah. Thanks for listening again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bryce, thanks for coming out again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Convince him to come out one more time.
Yeah. You just got Square Enix $20 more. So
Yeah, I'm sure they need it.
yeah. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mom.